that meme got more views than anything else in history by 2 to 3x is crazy. But a meme coin based on something like that with that level of attention would have been easily in the hundreds of millions, just 3 months ago, and nothing really even took off. So like, I feel like the whole meme coin industry that we were talking about earlier with the Dave Portnoy type stuff, it's all kind of, I shouldn't say gone to zero, but it's got hit so hard that I think people are a little bit kind of too beaten down to want to trade that stuff. So a lot of the fun stuff that was kind of ridiculous and bubbly, like, has really kind of gotten washed out of the system. Ethereum, Solana are both well below where they were before the election. And right now we're kind of just waiting on this Bitcoin trade, which is trading pretty much a bit more in line with other macro assets. But to your point, like, it hasn't retraced everything. And it actually kind of looks a little bit bullish in there. Like, it's been kind of grinding higher. I think there was a little bit of concern a few weeks ago that the tariffs, there's just kind of this feeling, I think, beforehand that Trump, at the end of the day, wanted markets to go higher, and that was his first priority. And then there's a little bit of people saying, maybe he cares about these tariffs more than he cares about the stock market. And I think that Bitcoin responded very negatively to that. And as the market's kind of recovered since then, people got a little more optimistic. Bitcoin's done something similar, and much less alpha-based than it was beforehand.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just for a fun chart, I'm pulling up right now. This is Bitcoin versus MicroStrategy going back to 2024. So you can see the premium that's built in there. And this divergence is where a lot of hedge funds, a lot of traders got blown out, because it's a pretty popular trade to be short the stock and long the same amount of Bitcoin, but it's working for Saylor so far, that's for sure.
So, yeah, I mean, one thing I don't get, for every dollar you put into MicroStrategy, you get something like 0.65 Bitcoin. So people say it's a leverage bet on Bitcoin. I actually say it's an unlevered bet on Bitcoin. For every dollar you put in, you're getting 65 cents of Bitcoin. Like, how is that leverage? Leverage is when you put in $1 and you get $2 of Bitcoin. Like, there are ways to get leverage. This feels like the opposite of it, but it feels like the memeness of the stock, the fact that there are people who are so religious about it, the fact that it's such a big short position, makes it such a hard thing to bet against. And I think the biggest bull case I hear for this, to the extent that I'm trying to give that some time of day, is that he's finding interesting ways to get people to give him money at very low cost of capital and use that money to leverage up his Bitcoin position. So people like preferred stock funds that otherwise can't get exposure to Bitcoin, he'll issue a preferred share. And these guys apparently can't buy IBIT, or folks who have mandates against IBIT can buy MicroStrategy. I imagine that given how much more accepting, at least in the US, the market has become of crypto instruments, I can't imagine that these guys are going to have that many more. I feel like the number of people who can only buy MicroStrategy but can't buy IBIT, the largest Bitcoin ETF, is going to go down pretty substantially. But that's the bull case that I've heard from some of my guys.
Well, now we've got GameStop.
Now we got GameStop doing the same thing.
We got GameStop running
the exact same thing.
Right? Yeah,
running the exact same strategy. Yeah, they announced it yesterday.
Oh yeah, we'll see if it works. If more and more companies are just selling stock to buy Bitcoin and having it appreciate. But we were mentioning GameStop got banged pretty hard today after they revealed that, hey, they're not going to spend the cash we have. We're going to sell some more stock to do it. So that's the Saylor move. Love it.
Yeah. Now they still have to raise
I feel like
that
in
money.
any normal market, this wouldn't be bullish, but this isn't a normal market. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
No, well, not at all.
I was just going to say they still have to raise that money, though, right? It's just an announcement of an announcement, basically. So we'll see if they can.
Getting the ball rolling.
That's right. Hey, let's take a look at that micro Bitcoin trade here. Top step to 87,510, closing on high day 87,600. Colin, your clients come to you. We mentioned it earlier. What is the general guidance they're looking for? Is it technology? Is it legal landscape? Are they slow to move? What exactly are they coming to you for? What do you find yourself dealing with the most in terms of the clients?
Yeah, it really depends upon, what the client is building, right? Are they building, a marketplace for NFTs? Are they trying to build a decentralized finance protocol, right? That kind of facilitates the exchange of, tokens peer-to-peer between individuals. Depending on kind of what the spectrum looks like, implication of different laws is very broad, right? Like on the the DeFi side of things, there's lots of like money transmitter issues, right? On the more like fungible and non-fungible token side of things, right? You're going to run into lots of securities issues, maybe some commodities issues. And then generally speaking, most of these clients, right, they want to incorporate tokens into their products. They want to launch tokens. They probably want to fundraise using tokens. Maybe they want to compensate their service providers, their employees with tokens. And every single one of these pieces has their own set of legal considerations.
Order filled.
Kind of addressed, right? So basically just think about building a company from the ground up, but really the focal point is a token-based product or the token itself.
Very cool.
It's wild, man. Yeah, it's wild. Sam, thoughts on, okay, where are we going next with this, Sam and Colin? I want to know, we're just waiting for regulation from Congress. What are you guys waiting for in terms of a move? I guess, what is on the horizon for this entire space and sector? I guess is my question. What are you guys looking out for?
That's a broad
I'll
question.
go first because I gotta hop to I gotta hop in a couple minutes, so maybe I'll jump in first. And
Go ahead, Sam.
You guys would come. Yeah, I mean, my thought. One of my views, a lot of people in this space, and I live in this little bubble of crypto commentators, talking heads, kind of influencers, quote unquote. A lot of people celebrate when regulation becomes more clear. I don't think regulations move markets. I don't think lack of regulations prevented markets from going higher. I mean, even under the Biden administration, which was very strangling of the crypto industry, the entire crypto market went a lot higher throughout that administration. I think the things that make the market go higher are buying. So if you see, and this is just my view, most of my peers would disagree with me on this. They really celebrate the regulatory frameworks as like, and I think the regulatory frameworks are positive for long-term building, but I don't think that's what's going to move the Bitcoin market. And it hasn't. We've gotten better regulation. We've gotten hints of better regulation. It just hasn't been a big impactor for price. I think the things that would move price would be signs. There's been a lot of hint out of the administration that they want to find ways to, they say budget neutral ways to buy Bitcoin and increase their Bitcoin stash. Budget neutral to me is an absurd thing to say because any dollar you have could go to pay down the debt. Like it's not like you are, but but that's what they talk about. And if something like that happens, where they find a way to wiggle their way into buying more Bitcoin, where you find a way for the there's the sovereign wealth fund that they've set up, and if that sovereign wealth, if down the road over the next 3 to 6 months that sovereign wealth fund decides that they want to take a bigger stake in Bitcoin, I think like those are the things that would move things higher. Again, Colin, I saw you roll your eyes. Why don't you give your thoughts on what I was saying there? I'm curious your take on it.
Yeah, I think unsurprisingly, I have kind of a different viewpoint here. I think that legislation and regulation are tremendously important, not only just for like the crypto industry at large, but also like prices following that as well. Just as
order filled
example, the Biden administration, as you mentioned,
order filled,
very adversarial towards the entire crypto industry over the last 4 years. That included not only this relentless campaign of regulation by enforcement through the SEC, but also like literally debanking crypto founders and companies and prohibiting them from having bank accounts, right? And these are regulatory policies that the Biden administration put into place because there is no law on the books that particularly governs crypto and crypto assets, right? So we're going to get that clarity, right? I think some of the initial issues that hopefully will be clarified through either legislation or specific guidance from regulatory bodies like the SEC include like staking, which many of the current ETFs would like to offer their equity holders, right? Like especially Ethereum and Solana. I think lending is a very particularly important industry, especially as it relates to Bitcoin, right? Where we still don't have a whole lot of clarity. There's revenue sharing through tokens. That is something that would unlock a massive liquidity event, in my opinion, right, across the industry, because folks would finally be able to see these tokens and interact with these tokens in kind of functional business ways that are currently not explicitly permitted by the laws that we have on the books. So I think there's lots.
My view is that those, again, I think those things are long-term positive.
Yep.
No question that's what's going to grow the industry. I don't think those things are the things that are going to send Bitcoin higher. Maybe it's because I think it's already priced in. The Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, the market that we track as far as what are we looking for this Bitcoin chart. That's just my view, though. Based on having seen announcements and the impact on price, but clearly for the long term for the industry, it's like, it's clearly something that's very important. The other thing I think is that those things haven't really, they're still being done a ton, regardless of regulation. Like, I don't know, you maybe have to VPN in to do it and stuff like that, but it's not like a lot of these things just aren't kind of out there right now. That clarity, so I think I see that clarity as like kind of like a 2 to 3 year hugely bullish thing. But as far as what's going to make these charts move, I don't think that's exactly. But that's a reasonable disagreement.
Yeah, fully agree that the ways in which I'm talking about this are definitely more medium long term. But I think that the implications are huge, because many of these products and services, for those reasons, are not currently offered in the United States of America, which is sad, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
let's
good news
get
is
it
we're getting
done.
it. I think a lot of this is happening over the next 6 months. You think? Like, what do you think the timeline is on material kind of game changing changes?
I would say stablecoin legislation first and foremost. It's the most important thing. It opens up digital payments, crypto payments for all of the major legacy institutions. Hopefully that in the next 6 to 8 months. And then within the next 12 to 18 months, hopefully we'll get a larger legislative framework for digital assets. That would be an optimistic timeline, I would say.
6 months. Awesome stuff.
Well,
Thank
Sam,
you guys.
Colin, I know you got to head out now, Sam. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'd love to have you guys back sometime soon. I learned a lot more. Andre, did you?
I did. Obviously, I'm very green at this stuff, but I did. I appreciate you guys coming out. Let's do this again. What do you say?
Sounds great.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
Awesome to meet you. Appreciate your thoughts. Andre, guys, we'll see y'all soon.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank Colin Woodward. Birthday coming up in a couple days. I didn't say that on there. I just had to do the Gelman. Thank you, guys. Take a look at these markets. NASDAQ last trade, 20,138. Starting to see it roll over a little bit.
Blue box is chronic.
Selling off right now. Yes. Hey, what's up, Hoop? What's up, Dakota?
F in the chat for the faders. Where are you at?
Yep.
Who wants to know my opinion on that?
On what? Hit us, Dakota.
There we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. I wanted some more friction. I enjoyed that conversation. I was enjoying a drink. I didn't have the popcorn, but look at this NASDAQ selling off. I agree that more buyers and sellers typically move the market up, and how we get those buyers doesn't really freaking matter.
Right. Exactly.
Hot take. Searing hot take.
You can only get that at TopStep TV. Hey, we are rolling over here. 20,000. Hey, Jack, you said if that was the top, absolutely savage. Here we go, Jack.
I mean, look at the blue box. Marvelous
today.
Crazy.
Hang it in the Louvre.
Man, options are really starting to make a difference in futures, aren't they, boys?
Yeah, I mean, option volume has just exploded over the last few years.
Exactly. Yeah, crazy.
How about that 3-bar reversal?
Look at that thing go. Here we're selling off here, man. Oh man.
I would love to know. I don't even know how you get this information of just like what % of the volume in, say, the ES futures or NQ futures is purely executed as hedges on options.
Wow.
Yeah, 100%, Jack. Like that 5,000 lot. Or 5,000 contracts. You don't think that's option? There's options on the other side of that? 100%.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a sediment report. All the options market makers.
Closing on overnight VWAP here. 20,076. What's up, Hoop?
I'm going to take a shot at a micro long here. Yes.
Okay. Yes,
this
sounds
pullback.
good.
64.
Yeah, I like it down here. My target was basically
Yeah.
100 zone. This was the target. 3-bar reversal that we got. We had one that was a
Mhm.
fake out, right? That caught a lot of flack for. And then we rallied up to pretty close to 200, got another 3-bar reversal, and this one is printing. But now we are at this resistance zone. This was the resistance zone, and resistance can definitely become support. So I would be okay with a possibility long in this area.
It was a 13 handle pullback in ES.
Sure is. Are you in hoop?
I am. I'm long one from 64 and a half. And I'm going to risk, where's my swing down here? 57 and a half.
All right.
Just one time. I'm up like 500 in my XFA today. I don't think I'm going to give much of that back.
Order filled.
We got it. Who's doing morning recap today? Is that you, Jack? You got morning recap today, or is that Dolby time? Let's Dolby time. Dolby time's got
I
morning
think it's
recap.
Dolby time.
It is.
Yeah,
I've got Dolby.
I'm doing an interview, not with someplace else, but with a prospective person for the Top Step TV team.
Oh, interesting. Under the lamps here. Are you gonna hit him with some hard hitting questions like that one I asked for Sam and Colin there? Chat was all over my ass on that question. They were all over.
No,
I'm trying to find a way for them to debate. I'm like, how do we get them to debate? All right, what do you guys?
Ask one of those old impossible trading questions.
Yeah.
I think I had a partner ask in an interview once something like, imagine that there's a polar bear in a pit. Can you explain how many humans you think it would take to take down the polar bear? And then as a follow-up asked, now what if we were on an ice rink? How many humans would it take to take down that polar bear?
A lot more. A lot more.
I don't think that guy joined the firm.
Didn't make the cut, huh?
There's a big order in the NASDAQ.
By Jack?
What do you got, Dakota?
There's 400 at 120.
I see it. Yes, there is. We want to go get it. Last trade, 20,100. Now 099s. It's up there. 400. 20,000.
Order filled.
120. 400 offered. Sounds like Dolby Time wants to jump in here, Jack. If you want to get ready for that interview.
He might be using my slot. So once you take me off screen, I'll leave.
Get
Wow, what a wonderful Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Great seeing y'all. Oop. You've been an awesome addition to Fast Markets. Love hanging out with you.
Enjoy hoop.
Dakota, thanks again, man. I will video my massage for content.
No thanks.
Easy.
No thanks,
All wanna
man.
see.
Easy.
Turns out they
All
don't
wanna
offer
see.
a happy ending. Hopefully.
We come. On that note.
I wasn't going to video that.
Hey, I offered.
Wait, what?
Dude, I don't play professional sports.
They pulled that 100. They pulled that 400 a lot.
I'm
Where'd that
just
go?
messing with you. In all reality,
filled.
honestly,
Cleveland Browns?
if that golf, I just want to see, everyone goes through their ups and downs in life, and anything that I could do to help out, even though I'm long distance from you, Jack, it's my pleasure.
Well, thank you, Dakota. Things on that front are going well so far. So my wife gets home Saturday morning, and we'll go from there. But she's doing well, and
Awesome.
I'm doing well, that means. So have a great rest of the session. Dolby's going to come in for me.
Thank you. Dolby on in here. See you waving, Jack. Yep. You switching spots there. Ooh, take a look at this. We're still going to keep rolling over. Who did get in? 64.
I'm going to probably get stopped out on this one. Sorry.
Just got to hold here. If we go range to range.
Where's settlement at? Is this settlement right here?
About here, yeah.
Yeah.
20,097. So we got about 19 minutes left here in Fast Markets. We got the morning recap. Hey, gold looking to make another push here. Oh, ding dong, come on in,
horn.
partner. What up,
Dolby? Here comes Dolby.
What up, Dolby time? Fresh and shaven. Look at that clean face. Look at that. Looking 10
Is he
years
in the
younger.
cabin?
He is in with the disco ball.
He's in the cabin with the disco ball. Awesome.
Yep.
He's in Lake Geneva.
We're having a good time over here.
All right, Dolby time. House accounts up about $560.
Perfect. That's great. Oop, how's this long working out?
It's just mixing around. I mean,
Hanging around?
we might be getting in your environment. We might start the range.
12 o'clock where nothing really happens. Just 20
You're
points
sweet,
down.
the sweet spot of Dolby.
It's the best.
11 a.m. range trade. We're starting to see some wiggle here. Selling off here, NASDAQ. Selling off.
Order
ES selling
filled.
off as well.
Order filled.
What's that order?
This begs that question again. Was this just a pullback off the sell-off we seen yesterday, or is this the start of the bullish trend and we're seeing the pullback now?
Bull trap. John London would say bull trap. He was talking about that the other day. Yep. Dolby, we closed the gap. We did it. We did it. We did it this morning.
That was the move. That was the move. That was the event. What happens now? Nobody knows, Dre.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Nice 4-hour range though in the NASDAQ. That's kind of what I was looking at. Kind of right back underneath it again. Extended the lows and the highs.
Yeah, we did. Overnight lows.
$35.
Okay.
So maybe we go back to the middle.
Yeah.
Middle of that range, that 4-hour range.
Order
We're in the middle,
filled.
right? We're right
We might
in
be
the
Let me draw
middle,
it out real
right?
quick.
Kind of right in the middle. Mhm.
Here we are.
Right
Gold new all-time
where we
highs.
opened.
20,068, give or take a couple points. This is kind of like the middle of the 4-hour range. That's pretty brutal. That's a lot of stop runs right there.
See if I want to test the 20,000s in the NASDAQ. Let's trade 20,000.
VWAP's around 57.55. ES.
That's what I got.
Yours is on, right?
Nice.
Yep, overnight. Coming right
Maybe
up to
should have waited for that. I'm kind of wondering if I should have waited for a test of that.
You might get your chance here.
No.
The slope is flattened out.
Oh my
Gold
God.
new all-times. Oh, we are accelerating now here. Right here, overnight VWAP, NASDAQ, overnight VWAP, Dow, overnight VWAP, ES as well. Right here, right now. So more room to the down. Is this an ES failed auction? Yeah, you could probably say yes.
Oh, you had it
To
right.
the initial balance high now. Yeah.
Are you short up there, Dakota? Did I miss an annotation on my chart?
No, you did not. You did not miss any
Okay.
annotations. I was looking at
We
3-bar
were talking
reversals.
3-bar, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the trigger was 170 was a short, and then target 100, and it played out really well. I haven't placed any trades today during the New York session. You guys could see I'm locked out from my last night's trading, but yeah, this has been a pretty decent market to trade, to be honest.
Clean
Just
moves.
Great volatility.
Nice, consistent, and volatile. Like, we're not seeing a huge amount of volatility.
No.
We're not seeing a huge amount of chop. It's been decent price action.
Really has been. I mean, whether or not chat took advantage of it, the opportunity was certainly on the table today. Either direction.
Order filled.
Longs or shorts.
Correct. Yeah.
Test this overnight VWAP.
The VWAP.
The VWAP.
Is that a conversation, Dakota? That's one that I get a lot about bias. Do you come into a day with a bias? Typically,
I try not to, man.
Well, hold on.
Well,
You
I
see the
mean-
thing behind him? You see that thing behind him that comes in?
Oh,
Yeah.
I forget about that, Andre. Half the time
I
the chat
do.
has to remind me to switch
Of
it
course.
because I
Mhm.
forget about
Yeah.
my background.
I'm goofing.
But yeah, today I came in here with a bearish bias because of yesterday's price action and looking for the gap fill. Last night that bias smacked me.
Mhm.
And I was wrong, right? And today, this morning, or last night, I had an overnight trade for my slow markets class.
Order filled.
And it was beautiful. So it depends. It really depends. If you're
Yeah.
a trend trader and it depends on your technical
Still
analysis,
selling off here.
Who's that midpoint?
hard to give you a true answer on that one.
Yeah.
I do, Gabe. Gabe, we need 2 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm a
Still
bullish.
selling off.
I'm a bull at heart. So if
Right.
you want to say I have a
That's
bias,
why I ask you. We
Mind the
spent 2 years
tip.
buying it. Now the market state changes a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do
Yeah,
most
I've
traders
been
have...
a-
oh, go ahead.
If you believe this, I'm a promo bull throughout my entire trading career. I mean,
Sure.
you take 08, 2012, I mean, yeah, throughout
Get it.
all of that, like
As we
COVID,
should.
it just, we continue to make all-time highs. We've
Mhm.
been through so much in equities. That's completely different than crude oil or gold or something else.
Hoop was a perma
Agreed.
bear. Hoop perma bear. I mean,
Everyone in the pit apparently is a perma bear.
I was perma bear. I was a perma bear until COVID happened, and when they rallied that sucker, I said nope, up and to the right
But
for life.
like
Up and
Coach
to the right
Robert,
for life. Forever.
Coach Robert says that in the chat. You could be a bull and still take a short,
Correct.
right? I mean, you
Yes.
see, I'm a perma bull,
Of
but
course.
there was a 3-bar reversal short. There was a couple of them. One was a loser, and one would have been a winner. And I don't short as much as I long.
Well, Dolby and I swore off shorts in the Nasdaq for life the other day, right? I don't think we're ever
Yeah,
gonna short.
and then it dropped 300 points yesterday.
Yes. Sorry.
And chat called me out.
Yeah. I'm getting short again. All right,
I mean,
Hoop.
but it's something to be said about
Summer,
you
this summer
trading
got
it.
me rid of my perma bear.
Yeah, I mean, you trade
Getting
a
run
market
over for
state
3 months was.
for long enough.
That'll do it, right?
It'll
Yep.
affect you.
I'll take care of
We only
that.
learn things the hard way. We only learn things the hard way in this. Can't just look at a chalkboard or a presentation slideshow like, oh, okay, do this. You got to learn. I don't know. For whatever reason, we have to learn things the hard way. Gabe. One's flat. Hoop's flat right now. See if they want to hold this overnight view up.
How could I trade in 2008? I was 12. I was a little bit older than that, all right? I was signed on to my mom's account, and I was buying penny stocks.
Shout out to the pennies.
We were buying the penny stocks.
Oh, gosh. Remember any of the names of those companies?
Perma anything equals perma stupid. I regret reading that one. I tell you what, man, you can see some of the best investors, the best day traders. Would you say that Warren Buffett is a perma bull?
100%.
Mm-hmm.
In
What about Peter
specific
Tuchman?
areas.
Cash or long, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
What about Peter Tuchman?
He's a
Peter
perma bull
Tuchman
for sure.
is a perma bull. Markets tend to go up and to the right, making all-time highs. Now, day trading, that could be a different story. Day trading is definitely a different story. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on your time horizon.
Till here.
This little range
Futures.
setting up here in the 1 minute, but we are right at the middle of the 50%. Anyone like any trades?
No, we're still
You
selling
can go
off here.
Yeah, are we gonna go test?
Maybe.
Go range to. I mean, if we go high to low, low to high. I mean,
Do we see a megaphone pattern?
what? Well,
Can we
what
see
time
that?
frame are you looking at?
Can we-
Who's that? Is
I'm
that
looking
Dolby?
at like the 5
and
minute.
Dorito.
But you
We're
could see,
I got all the
Oh, hold it.
annotations, yeah.
yeah.
yeah, you could see that. Maybe we just chop. I don't know. This isn't chop though. This is nice, consistent movement.
Yeah.
It is.
It's moving. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a clean, pretty clean moves. Still
This is
selling
pretty
off
clean.
here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, it's easy for me to say. I'm not
Minus
one
the
to pull the trigger.
5,000 tape bomb.
Yeah, 5,000 lot tape bomb Dolby. Yes.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not.
We're gonna
clean,
work
yeah.
a offer at 79 in the Nasdaq.
I'm for buying down
Oh,
here.
you're long?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I'm not long, but I am on the side of buying in this zone rather than selling.
Got it. So would you rather bid 60s then?
I would rather bid in the 50s than anything right now in this market. Mid 50s, 40s.
Still pushing a little lower here.
Yeah.
Just slowly grinding lower. Orderly solve. Look at that Dow chart. Oh, that's Bitcoin. My bad.
Order filled.
That's typically where I put the YM. When I had the crypto bros, I had to switch over to the micro Bitcoin. I'll selling off as well.
Yeah,
there's
selling
the
off
range
next.
failed.
Look at this.
Wow. Okay, 30 points off.
Yeah.
I had a 30. The high
50s and
limit.
40s. This is the zone that I would look for longs.
And what are you seeing on the chart that you like the 50s to 40s?
This is a
little
support
range?
zone. It was a support zone yesterday around lunchtime, and this has been support throughout the overnight session. This is this zone, and then on the rally up, right? We had this beautiful rally, and that's where the pullback came to. It came to these 40s and 50s.
Order
And so
filled.
there is plenty of reason for buyers to come in and step in around this zone. It's a zone.
Nice.
It's not an exact number. It's a zone. Whether you want to be patient and wait for some type of like a 3-bar reversal, consolidation, and the breakout, or you want to be aggressive and scale in. Someone says, open that practice account and do it. Well, sure. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. As long as you don't.
Dakota?
I am getting in long in this zone. I'm going to practice what I'm preaching here.
Like that.
Yeah, I'll show everybody how I would get into this trade. Look for some type of reversal. I have this 100 tick chart over here on the right, and I'll look for some type of technical pattern to get in, whether it's a break of a pivot or some type of reversal here. I'll scale into 5 minis.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
Chat
Dolby,
asks, Dakota delivers.
Yeah, Dakota, Dolby, we still working anything?
Nope.
All right, hold. Orderly sell-off in progress right now.
I'm going to watch this play
Tilt.
out.
Yeah, 50-50 on the tilt. Got morning recap with Dolby time coming up in a little bit. Or actually,
yes,
we
do.
I love Dolby's morning recaps.
Oh my goodness.
Did you annotate the charts, Dolby?
Yes.
Yes.
I might have to throw Dakota. I don't know if I want to be the guy.
I'm
I
long.
with Hogue. I mean, Hogue does such
long
an
one.
incredible job. Long one.
Dakota's long one. Okay.
Watch Hogue or Dakota work his magic here. Not
The
financial
long one.
advice. Also,
It's not.
Dakota
What
might
price?
not be magic. Just saying. I don't
What
know.
price, Dakota?
57 quarter.
57.25. Thank
Yeah,
you.
annotate that on the chart now.
You're making Dolby do more work here.
Yeah.
057 on the tilt. Looking at the calendar, pretty quiet for the time being. And that can always change at a moment's notice. Got some executive orders at 1 p.m. Central. Fed speakers after the bell.
Long 2.
Long 2.
Wow. Okay.
Price Dakota. Or you're going to work into a 5 lodge here. Just keep
Yeah, I'm
keep us
getting
updated.
Get into 5 here. 3 from 59 quarter.
59 quarter.
Now you're long
What's
3.
the
Oh, this is
trend?
tough. I have to try to keep up.
2 from 059 quarter.
Order filled.
3 from 059 quarter.
Little pop. 072 straight. 073s now. Coming up against overnight VWAP at 076. Talking about the NASDAQ here. A bit of a pop in the ES.
Nice.
Look at that. Short's going to come in here at.
Is your target
VWAP.
like even? 01 even up there?
My target's going to be
Higher.
these 90s.
Okay. Makes
Yep,
sense.
this is the resistance that we were running into. So
Mhm.
that's
it's kinda
that
like-
would be my final target. I'll probably close 1 or 2
3
out
point.
on our
Yeah.
way to get there, but
Damn, nice call.
It's kind of like
Middle
a
of the
back into
range.
range trade. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's a
Mhm.
little range right there. Oh, yes. We got Alfie joining us for trade with TopStep, Dolby, myself. Got a lot of Dolby coming at you today.
See if
Rising Star, Elmir, joined Dakota and Jay. Go ahead, Hoop.
just bouncing around that VWAP.
Nice.
See if we can get above it again.
Gold again, make new all-time highs. 30.71. Wow.
What a
$2 off
Was that
of
a
that right now.
182?
Okay. Was a 182. Nice job.
I see why.
little scalp there.
Well, then tilts to go along 1, correct?
Long 2 from 60 quarter.
Oh, long 2. Thank you. Keep up, Trey. Against override view up now.
They're just stuck.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're gonna give it a shot up
Oh,
against this
man.
thing. Hoop, do you talk to yourself when you trade? When you're not on?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You refer to yourself as Hoop. You talk to yourself. You refer to yourself as
No.
Hoop when you're trading.
No. If I start first person, then I got problems.
That'd be amazing.
Yep. Your journal.
Your journal.
One of the nicest guys I know would talk to himself. He worked in the coal mine, and he had like 3 people in his head. And one time he was remodeling my grandma's roof, and she made breakfast for like 3 people. Went outside, and it was just him.
Oh, God.
Wow.
She thought there were 3 people on the roof working on it because he could hear him talking to himself, and it was pretty insane. Because not only did he say it, he'd reply back.
He'd
Oh,
answer.
that's a full-blown
Nice.
convo. Well, that's a
Yeah, he'd answer. He'd have.
It was just a
filled.
one-way conversation. Oh, wow. Okay. When I do, it's just a
Yeah,
one-way.
it wasn't one way, man. That was
Never alone.
never alone.
All right. If we're ready to do this, come on. All right, Gabe, come on. Let's do some big board and hot streaks. Keep an eye on this Dakota trade. Well, then we got morning recap coming up. Then we got trade with TopStep. Alfie joining us from the UK. So, Gabe, if we're ready.
Sí, con él.
Let's do it.
Zoop.
Here are your funded trader hot streaks. I'm going to blow through these a little quickly.
Sí,
I know we're
dígame.
low on time. Siva Kumar tallied the 43rd day for a total profit of $15,615. Khalid, 40th
Muy bien.
day, totaling $2,461 in profit. Christopher F, 37th day, totaling
Muy bien.
$8,100. Roberto, tallying the 36th day for a total profit
Carrera,
of $1,000 just
22.
over. And then
Número
Karekazi,
1271.
36th day for a total profit of $1,090. So those are your
Guayaquil,
funded trader hot streaks. And
aquí en Cali.
we are going to have a big board. Eddie, are you back there?
Sure is.
Check out the big brain on Brad.
Order filled.
Tengo un celular, pero no tengo datos y solo me sirve para Wi-Fi.
All right, here is your big board.
A
Couple
este
notable
teléfono
changes. Derek B moved up from
regularmente
10th
me va a
to 12th,
encontrar.
or moved
Tengo un celular.
up to 10th from 12th.
Sí,
excuse me.
tengo un celular.
Timothy N, $59,000
Usted me
winning
puede
day,
llamar,
pushes him up
pero
to 13th.
Yo no puedo llamar.
You have Rosslyn, propels into number 14. Baron, our
Sí.
guy Baron, who came on last week, fell from 14th to 16th, and then Balkaron fell a couple spots from 17th to 20th. So here is
3, 2,
your
4.
live funded trader big board. Take your screenshots,
3,
get your
8,
cameras
9.
ready, all that fun stuff.
Nice.
Leave it up there for just a second.
5,
and we
3.
will send it back to you to finish out
8,
those
2.
fast markets.
Sweet. Thank you, Gabe.
Número mío.
Cameras out. Top 25. Live funded traders here at TopStep. All right, Dolby. The morning recap coming up after this.
Oh, it looks like my
Right.
annotations got moved around.
Order
everywhere.
filled.
Oh, it's
Give
gonna
me
be
a
a
couple-
this is gonna be a cluster, Dre. We'll
Excellent.
go through it, though.
All right, we will get through it. Dakota, Hoop, an absolute pleasure having you guys on Fast Markets. Hit Raiders, Pop Squad, also VIP coaches as well. Check them out in the Discord. These guys are the real
Oh,
deal.
incapacidad.
Dakota, as always, absolute pleasure. Dolby time. We'll see you in a couple minutes. And we got Alfie joining
Sure.
Dakota, Dolby, and myself with Trey with TopStep. This is TopStep TV. Markets are moving pretty clean today. Let's get that money. Let's
Order
go.
filled. Order filled.
Si tiene en la tarde mejor, pero a las 10, si tiene como a las 11 sería mejor. Un momento. Ese es el martes. Y dices que el lunes, ¿a qué horas? Está bien, el lunes a las 11. Ajá. Ah, sí, sí, ahora sí. 31 a las 10, a las 10. Sí, me da la dirección otra vez.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the morning recap.
Order
Yes,
filled.
I shaved.
Sí.
So sorry, but summertime is coming into Chicago, and this face needs to see some sun. So this morning in the indices, the big
Sí,
topic
eso
of the
queda,
day,
hay
absolutely
algo
the gap
grande
fill
por
and
ahí.
then rally. We had some of our traders
Sí,
on
pero
fast
hay
markets actually take
cerquita
that
de
trade.
ustedes hay otra
Jack
cosa,
and Poop, I believe, really nailed it. Let me pull
otra
up the chart
clínica
here. There's a lot of other trades they took
muy
too, but I think this is
concurrida.
probably the most important
O
one by far. So they were playing
al
it
frente de
in the
ustedes.
ES, and that was around 57.22s, give or take a couple. Jack got long 2 MES, 57.23 and a quarter, and he actually covered I think 2 of them on the way up. There's a ton more left in that move.
En
Who
dos
did the
pies.
same thing with 3 MES and took similar profit to Jack, but he actually had a runner. We always like saying that, leave a runner. So that was a really, really good trade by the boys this morning.
Yo
Jack had
solo
another nice
quería la
momentum long
referencia,
at
pero está bien.
758.
Esa es la
So about
41.
20,
Sí,
30
sí, sí.
points after he got out of his
41 con
first long.
esquina
Scalped another light, nice trade there as well, getting out at
5.
57.66. So he put up some
41
pretty
con
good numbers this morning. And I think those are all the trades that he
¿Usted
really
quiere que le
placed. Let
diga
me get
algo?
rid of all these annotations here.
Hoy,
Chat, how are we doing? Everyone's doing good. Excellent.
no,
And then
hoy es
Q
jueves.
didn't have
Desde el lunes
anything. ES
he
didn't have
estado
anything.
acomodando para ir
These are all
allá
MES.
y
And I think
practicar con
Dakota
ustedes
had
porque
a
no me
trade
habían llamado.
somewhere. Here we go. Sorry, thank you for your patience. Perfect. So Dakota hit his DLL overnight, but he did take some trades in his practice accounts. One of the ones that he was working was a overnight short in the MNQ. He had 20,128. Ended up covering the gap fill around 20,073. And then Jay also had some nice trades this morning during opening call. He actually faded the news this morning and then covered it for about 10 points, which was a nice trade. Really enjoy the boys in the morning. Chat, let us know, how do you like that lineup for opening call with Coach Jay? I think he's doing a pretty fantastic job. And then Dakota had another trade as well in the NQ. He was long 2, long 3, and then it's actually the one he just took. Sorry. So, Chat, you had tasked him and challenged him, hey, buddy, take the trade that you were just talking about in the practice account. And so he did. And I talked to him about it, and he basically identified the range, kind of where all these little wicks were down at the bottom at around 715, 945. He kind of noticed a pattern of buyers coming in and supporting, and he had a level there, and he took the trade. So saw the setup, took the trade. I'm not sure what happened to the rest of it. He'll have to keep us posted, but he got out of at least one of the 3 that he had, so made some money. But that is all I got. Starseed Trade loves the lineup. Fantastic. We do have, I think, myself and Dre coming up next. So looking forward to that. We've got Alfie coming on as well. But that's all I got. So stick around. We got, what is it, Rising Stars? Ooh, trade with Top Step. Oh, yeah. With Andre, Dolby, and Alfie. Stick around. See you guys soon.